What's happening YouTube? My name is Alex and welcome to a new review. For today I have a dash camera called the Vantrue X1 and this camera here costs about $100. The good thing about it is the fact that you can actually buy this off Amazon, so if you don't like it you can easily return it. Starting with a very quick unboxing, the dash cam comes in a rather good looking box. On the front we see a picture of the camera and on the back another picture of the back of the camera. However, we don't get any specifications on the box. Inside you're gonna find the dash cam itself. The dash cam is quite small and it actually fits in your palm and it's quite difficult to see from outside the car. Aside from that, you're gonna find a mount for the windshield so you can attach or detach that from the camera itself. You're also gonna find the power adapter, and the power adapter has a very long cable. There is also a USB cable, so keep in mind this is not a micro USB cable, it's just a mini USB cable. And lastly, you're gonna find the user manual. The user manual is in English, German and some type of Chinese. So yeah, there are definitely a lot of instructions in the user manual. For specifications, we have a NOVATEK 96655 CPU. We also have a CMOS AR0330 image sensor. The lens has a viewing angle of 170 degrees with a f1.8. The camera itself is made out of some type of rubberized plastic and I have to say that it does feel and look quite premium. So on the front you're gonna find the lens, you're gonna find the reset button and the speaker. On top of the camera we have a few buttons including the power on-off button, the menu button and the recording button, and there is also a connector for the windshield mount. The windshield mount, it's very simple to attach and detach, it literally takes 1 second, and there is also a charging port on the windshield mount. On one side of the camera we have a couple of buttons, one up, one down, and these buttons can turn on or off different functions depending where you are in the menus. On the other side you're gonna find a slot for the SD card, and this camera can take an SD card with a maximum capacity of 64 gigs. At the bottom of the camera you're gonna find a mini USB port and you can actually charge the camera from that mini USB port. Aside from that we have a HDMI port and a microphone. And since we are talking about the microphone, let me show you a clip so you have a better idea how the microphone recordings sound from this camera. What's happening everyone? This is a very quick microphone test to this new dash cam that I'm trying out. So the windows are closed and basically there is no noise here aside from the noise from the road. So this is how the microphone sounds. And as you've heard, the sound recorded from this microphone, it's quite loud. Lastly, on the back of the camera we have a 2.7-inch display that's covered by plastic, so it will get scratched quite easily depending how you place this camera down. Considering that the camera should stay somewhere like this and nothing should touch that screen, it shouldn't be a problem, but keep that in mind whenever you take this off from the windshield. The viewing angles on that screen are quite good, so you can see the screen from any position and it does get quite bright, so you can actually see it in bright daylight. The camera is very easy to use and realistically you only need to set it up the first time and then forget about it. The menu is divided into the recording setup and the system setup. Unfortunately, the maximum resolution supported for this camera is 1080p at 30 frames per second, so that may not be a lot for some of you. There is also a parking monitor function available, but in order to use that the camera needs to stay plugged in at all times because the battery only lasts for a couple of minutes. So you'll have to hardwire the camera to your car if you want the parking function to actually work. This basically starts recording every single time the camera sees something moving in front of it. There is also an HDR mode available, but realistically I haven't found any difference whenever the HDR mode is on or off. Moving to the system setup, here you can basically change languages, so this is the most important function that we have in there, so you can select the language that fits your needs. And aside from that, you can change the time, you can change how long the display should be on and stuff like that. So basically everything that you would see on any other camera. There is also a GPS setup available, but you will actually need to buy a GPS unit to connect to this if you want to use that function. The camera that I have doesn't have the GPS unit, therefore all the footage that you're gonna see, it's gonna show 0 km/h because there is no GPS inside this camera. So yeah, if you need a GPS so you can measure your speed and stuff like that, you definitely need to buy that GPS unit that connects to this camera. Aside from that, you can basically see all the footage that you have on the camera. You can see everything on the little screen, and we even have a little speaker on the front. Now from that menu you can just lock certain videos, so if you have something happening you can just lock that particular video and it will not be deleted. And lastly, the most important thing for any dash camera, it's the quality of the recording. So next I'm going to show you a couple of minutes of daytime recording so you can have a better idea how the recordings from this camera look. In my opinion, they look average, maybe just above average, but I have seen better for cameras that cost about $100. So I'll let you see the following footage and then we'll come back here. And as you've seen, it doesn't look that bad, but it's not exceptional. Next, I'm going to show you some nighttime recordings. And of course, nighttime recordings with any dash camera are not the best. So you're probably going to see that there is a lot of grainy footage in there, and really depends how much light there is on the street. So here is how nighttime recordings look. And this is what happens if we turn the headlights off. So we can't really see anything anymore. So we'll turn them back on. and as you've seen, the footage looks okay, but there is nothing exceptional about it. So for a camera that costs about $100, I have to be honest, I was expecting that it would record a bit better. That being said, considering the fact that you can buy this off Amazon, and if you're not happy with it you can easily return it, it may worth a try. But other than that, I think you can find other cameras from China that cost about the same, and well, they kind of record the same as this. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, press that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.